for every other bot you be creating, it's going to name them Copilot for you, because that's actually the new name that Microsoft is using. Now, the third tab, talking about the overview, it provides access to the home screen of your current Copilots. That's where you're working with. Then what makes Copilot Studio more robust than the Power Virtual Agent is this generative AI feature, because this provide access to different generative AI features that are available for your Copilot. This is one of the things I'm actually going to use during our demo. Then the topics and plugins are also available. The topics and plugins, they basically provide access to different topics and plugin actions that are available for the Copilot. Then we have what we call entities. Entities provide access to all the pre-built and custom entities that are available to be used by your Copilots. Then the seventh talk about analytics. So sometimes you want to know if users are actually consuming your Copilots. You want to know if users are actually consuming your Copilots. Analytics is actually where you actually check it. Analytics provide the analytical detail that are related to the performance and the usage of your Copilot. Is the Copilot really answering people question? Are people satisfied with chatting with Copilot? You get everything under the analytic. Now the publish, which is number 8, what the publish is actually provide a tool for publishing your Copilots, and you can deploy it to different channels. We'll be able to see that you can deploy your Copilot either in your social media handle like your Facebook, your Instagram. You can deploy it in the Microsoft Teams. You're going to see that. Then we have the extend Microsoft Copilot. So this is actually still in preview anyway. So it provides access to create and import conversational AI plugins that can be used in your Copilot. So those are talking about, they're actually developer stuff. So if you are a developer, you like to use plugins a lot. So we have the extended Microsoft Copilot, which is actually like a different topic on its own. Then the last, which is the settings. The settings is actually the two sets that helps you with management items such as which channel your Copilot is deployed to, your Copilot authentications, skills management, and the likes. Then this last part, which is talking about the number 11. So it is a test and hide Copilot. That's actually where you test. As you're building the Copilots, you have this test, this area to actually test how your Copilot is doing. So you can chat with the bots even while you're building it. You can chat to be testing alongside as you're building the chatbot. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and so I can share my browser so we can just do a quick demo. All right, so how do you access the Microsoft Copilot Studio? If you want to get a trial, let me share the link from my slide. In case you want to try it out, you have like 60 days to actually try it out. Okay, I'm dropping it in the chat. So on this tenant, I already have a Copilot. How do I go to the Copilot Studio? There are actually different ways you can go to the Copilot Studio. You can go through URL. You can go through the Powerhouse or Power Automate. Let me show one of the way. So if you click on your app launcher, click on explore all applications. Next, I have Power Apps here. Let's say Power Automate. So we go to make.powerautomate.com. Let me quickly authenticate. It's taking time to load. So in your Power Automate environment, if you click on more here, okay, if you click on Power Platform here, so you see Power Virtual Agent here. So this is actually your Copilot Studio. This is interesting. Oh, it's telling me that my trial license has actually expired. Let me confirm from the Power Apps. Let me confirm the license that I have. Trying to get a code for this. Still waiting for the code to come in. This is the part I don't like about MFA. No code is coming in. Yeah, Olamiji, can go ahead and ask a question.
Okay, I think it's asking to enter the code on the authentication. That's on the authentication of the app.
Okay, let me try that.
You got a question?
Yeah, go with the question, Richard. All right.
So, when you want to use file license, can you use any Microsoft accounts, or must it be like school accounts or
Yeah,
work accounts?
it's on your work or school accounts. You can't use personal accounts at the moment. So that's one of the limitations. So you have the option to also select your region. I'm going to leave you at United States. Business phone number. I think this is also compulsory. All right, get started. Okay, get started. So there was a time I was on LinkedIn that someone was asking that we're consultants, freelance consultant. We don't have access to Copilot. So if you have the developer's tenant, if you sign up for a developer's tenant, the reason I'm not using my developer tenant is because I've actually activated a trial on it, which has expired. I used to build some Copilot in the past, so I had to use this is like a production tenant that I've not actually activated on. So you can choose your region and just say get started. Office 365 E5 without audio conferencing, so you should have access to a lot of services. I'm not sure which account is this because this is a new. Oh, this sign with okay, the training I was doing. Okay, so when you sign in, so it's going to show you. So there's a default environment here, so you can decide to. So this comes with the subscriptions. Immediately you activate the trial, so it creates the default environment for you. So you can name your Copilot anything you like. You can name it anything you like. I'm going to name my Copilot Diva. So the language you want the Copilot to speak. So Microsoft supports a lot of other languages. So depending on the language that you speak, so you can select the language. So that will be the language. So after putting this language, you cannot change this language. So that must be the language you must use. Then another thing that Microsoft does at creation here is that they give your Copilot some knowledge settings to generate AI. So you can put a public website or your organization website. Maybe you have on your website, you have some informations, some FAQ pages and all that. You can actually put it here. I'm going to use Microsoft.com here as a public website. Then click on create. So this is going to set up your Copilot. So it might take a while because what it's doing basically is that it's actually gathering those informations from those public websites to actually set it up. Okay, I think it says it's ready. Let me refresh to confirm that. Okay, they're saying that they will send me an email when my Copilot is ready. But let me still go into Copilot. So I try. It's going to take a bit of time to actually set up because it's going to put in some information to use those generative AI feature. But while we're doing that, let me see if I can sign into a different tenant that I had my Copilots. Okay, so at the last research I did, the maximum number of public website that you can put is 4. That's a maximum number of website because during the Copilot, I was playing around with the Copilot, and by the time I added the 5th website, it was telling me that you have reached the limit of the number of. So I don't know, maybe probably because I was on the trial subscriptions, but I was pretty sure that it was actually on a production environment because it was actually my company that was actually doing tests on. So it wasn't a trial subscription, but it told me that the maximum I could put was 4. I'm trying to sign into my developers tenants to see if I still have the Copilot. So I'm very sure Microsoft will have disabled it since the subscription has actually expired. But at the moment, I have 3 bots here. If you see this, it says chatbot classic. Why this says Copilot and Copilot. Now, at the point of creating a new bot, Eva. So this is actually how it looks like. So you didn't really understand that. If I want to add, let me confirm. So I had some topics, but I'm not sure I've added topics. So these are topics that actually comes with the Copilot. When you create the Copilot, you have the opportunity to add your own topics or to use the generative AI feature. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it here. Once you click on publish, it's going to give you options to publish your Copilots. I think just publish within minutes. I'm not sure I've published it before. So I've not actually done anything to this Copilot. I've not added topics. I've not added different entities. It's going to check the topics, then publish the Copilot. Once it's done publishing, you see like a text page, like a test website that you can share with your co-workers, your colleagues in the same department, just to test. So once it tests, and if everything is good, you can now publish it to maybe any of the internal collaboration tools that you use, maybe Microsoft Teams, you use Slack. You can also publish it to your website. So you said this has been published. So if I want to publish maybe to Teams, for example, I want to optimize, I can click on go to channel. So I have the opportunity to, these are different options. Some are free, while some are actually premium. So you can create a custom website to it. You can use it with Microsoft Copilot. You can publish it to your teams. And once you publish and users are consuming it, as a bot owner, you have the option to actually check the analytics.